Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Civilization 6 in our 8 Ages of Rome series. So we've got our work cut out for us, but not in a bad way. We've just gotten a really good start here on this particular continent. We have some really good city locations nearby. There's one here, there's one here, there's one here. I mean, there's definite locations for us to expand and locations for us to expand quickly that we need to try and go for. So that's going to be my focus in this episode. We need to get some settlers built. We have one building in Rome right now, and it's 5 turns away. Rome is also going to grow in now 1 turn. And now that settler is 4 turns away. We have a couple of scouts that are doing a pretty good... Okay, here's the northern edge of the map. Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job of exploring the world so far. Uncovering the Terra Incognita. Let's go ahead and skip there, because we need to get across that river in the next turn. It takes a lot of effort to get across rivers in Civ 6, to be specific. This scout, of course, is able to run through the jungle a little bit faster, which is also helpful. Let's go here. Okay, we've met another city-state. We've actually met a number of city-states now. We've met Vilnius. Let's review this real quick. We met Toronto, and over here... Oh, no, that's oh, okay, you're over here. I thought you would be south of me. That's a good sign. All the civs we met so far are north of me, so I could expand in the southern part of the map here, and maybe, perhaps, have a little bit more space to myself, but that could just be a pipe dream. We'll see. So, Toronto. Let's just have a look at our city-states. Toronto is an industrial city-state. Vilnius is cultural. Toronto wants us to train a galley. Vilnius wants us to construct a holy site. There's a production bonus when we have an envoy with Toronto. And we are earning influence right now, 1 influence point per turn. And we basically need 67 more turns at that rate before we get an envoy. So preferably, we need to see if we can get a galley trained for Toronto to get that first envoy, and therefore the production bonus. A culture bonus would be good too, because that helps us with civics research. So 2 good options there to kind of keep us ahead of the curve. One of the main reasons I want to build new cities quickly is there are a number of very good locations for campus districts nearby. And the sooner we can get those established, the sooner they can start churning out science points and really getting a lot of work done. All right, so there is a barbarian encampment. Let's go up this direction instead, try and avoid their wrath. All right, we can cross this river now. Okay, and we've contacted... Okay, that's the 3rd city-state, so now we have progress towards political philosophy, which is fantastic. That's our first 3 government types, so that's another win. It's 2980 BC, and we're doing pretty well. We've got a number of boosts that are going to make our technological and civic advancement a little bit faster than average. So that's a win, and I'm happy about it. Okay, so we've hit a river here. Looks like another city-state. Let's go ahead and see if we can meet them. There we go. Ooh, Hattusa. All right, let's take another look at our city-states and see who we've uncovered. So, Hattusa's bonuses are truly impressive. You get a +2 science in your capital just for 1 envoy with Hattusa, but then you get +2 science in every campus district as well when you have 3 envoys with them. But it's their suzerain bonus that's really helpful. 1 of each strategic resource you have revealed but do not own. So you can basically get strategic resources that aren't in your territory. It's crazy. As long as you've seen them, as long as you know they exist, Hattusa will provide them if you are their suzerain. So that's really important. And then, of course, there's Yerevan. Looks like they're a religious city-state. They also want us to train a galley, and that gives us additional faith. What's Toronto's suzerain bonus? Regional effects from your industrial zone and entertainment complex reach 3 tiles farther. Nice. All right, so now... Okay, we need to come over here with this builder and definitely improve that T. Get Rome some additional luxuries to enjoy. I don't want to take this warrior much farther away from my territory. I'd rather bring him back home soon, but we've been successfully scouting with that warrior since the beginning of the game, including killing a barbarian outpost, and nothing too terrible has happened yet, so I'm pushing my luck a little bit. It might also behoove me in the next turn to interact with these other leaders a little bit, Mavimba Nzinga and Philip II of Spain. Let's see what's going on. Unit needs orders first and foremost. Let's go ahead and take care of this. Okay, so this is the northern edge of this map. Well, we knew that, but it's actually the northern edge of the continent because we've got some water there. And I guess I'm going to go straight this direction. The hilltops are giving us a little bit of extra view. Okay, so we found another continental edge here. Speaking of continents, let's look at the continent map mode again. Oh wow, 3 different continents. We've got another continent up here, Kemmerland, or maybe Comorland, if you will. Zealandia, and of course we started right on the edge of Pangaea. Is this another one here? No, this is Pangaea. Okay, the color just looked different on account of the map change. There you have it. So, let's go ahead and improve this stone. So we have 2 stone improved now, lots of production for Rome, which is good. And I am going to go ahead and bring this warrior back. Got 117 gold. I probably need to train another military unit because, again, we need to impress Cleopatra.
Writing is easy. All you have to do is cross out the wrong words.
Oh, Mark Twain. All right. Let's see what we should do now that we've researched writing. So we can now build campus districts, which is going to be the next thing we build after that settler leaves Rome. I think astrology is probably the next sensible choice. So we have access to the shrine and the holy site, so we could potentially work towards a religion as well. Again, we're playing king difficulty, so we've got a lot of work to do. But also, we do need to train a galley for our city-states, and having fishing boats would be handy for the new city we're about to build. Huh. This is a tough choice. Not quite sure. Sailing gives us access to the galley and the ability, again, to harvest those offshore resources like the crabs we spotted in episode 1. Shrine, Stonehenge, and then the Holy Site District. I feel like we get a little bit more benefit out of having astrology sooner. So let's go ahead and go for that. Oh yeah, I can't improve this yet because I don't have irrigation. I was looking at the tech tree thinking, oh yeah, there's irrigation too. And I don't have it yet. We need to farm a resource in order to get a boost to irrigation. Well, one way we might do that is if we buy a tile where a farm can be built. Let's buy that. And get this worker back over there. We're going to use the final charge on both of these builders. One to clear the marsh, and another one to build a farm, which will boost our irrigation research. Okay, so I think I want to go ahead and get this city over on the coast, I think. Got rainforest here, rainforest here. That's an awesome spot for a campus. So yeah, I think we're going to put the city right here. It's 4 turns. We can build a harbor district. It'll be great. All right, speaking of campuses. Yeah, we need a granary in Rome too, but we need a campus before we need that. So let's go ahead and... I think this was the best spot. Yep. There we go. All right, so. Okay, looks like there's a little bit more continent in this direction. That's a good thing. We'll explore that way. And I'll keep sending the scout this direction to see what's north of the Congo. Oh, hey, there's some wine.
But as I headed into the heart of New Zealand's fjordland, that same childlike feeling, long lost, of pure, unadulterated awe, came rushing back. I knew the road to Milford Sound was good, but this good?
Alright, so we're going to try and get around Hattusa with this scout. Meanwhile, we are 6 turns away from our campus district now. Okay, so far the AI is being very friendly towards me. Your delegation is most welcome. So, Movemba is being friendly. We now have the option to choose a pantheon. So things are going quite well. We also need to change our policies as soon as early empire, almost said eternal empire. As soon as early empire is finished, we need to do that. So let's go ahead and see what our options for a good pantheon belief would be. God of Craftsmen is usually a go-to for me in Civ 5 or Civ 6 just because early production can be so useful. So it's a little bit different in 6 than it was in 5, +1 production from mines over strategic resources. So we would actually get we'd get a couple of production in Rome from that because we have the 2 stone and we have... Oh no, actually no, we don't have mines built, we have quarries. So we wouldn't get any extra production from that. +1 production from marsh, oasis, and floodplains. +1 production from fishing boats. I'm looking at these lists of resources here to see which resources we have nearby, and I don't really see any aside from the tea. Fertility rate. City growth rate is 10% higher. Border expansion rate is 15% higher. I kind of like fertility rights the most right now. Just ensuring that cities can grow faster and that we can be a little bit more competitive as a result. Let's go for that. We're going to found that pantheon, and now we have progressed towards mysticism as a result. So we cannot change our policies at the moment unless we spent 20 gold, which frankly I don't really want to do. I think we should save up our gold for other things. I'm really hoping we find some additional goodie huts with our scouts, because we have an army of scouts. It's insane. And apparently we can't clear the marsh yet. We need... Oh, that's ironic. We need irrigation to clear the marsh that we were going to build a farm on in order to get the irrigation boost. So that's not going to work. I bought a tile for nothing. That's very, very, very annoying. So let's... There's not really a better option unless I go here and cut down the woods. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it because... Where's my other builder? There he is. So what I'm going to do is cutting down the woods here will give Rome some additional production and help the campus district finish building sooner, which, for all intents and purposes, as we've been discussing, is the best thing that we could do for the city right now. Just have as much science production coming in as possible sooner in the game. It's the best thing we can do for the Empire, really. But then... Okay, you just skip your turn. Next turn. More delegations. Your delegation is most welcome. Thank you. But then I can cut down the woods and then build the farm here, which will give us the boost towards irrigation. We're about to get a 4th citizen in Rome, which is nice. Okay, so we found the edge of this part of the continent here. It's an interestingly shaped continent, no doubt. That's what you get when you play on Fractal. Alright, so let's go ahead and clear that. So we're 1 turn away from the campus now. And we're going to need this builder to come in and build the farm so that we have access to irrigation. Meanwhile...
We are, by the grace of God, Victoria, Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. And soon, dare I say, the Empire.
So not snarky. What's the word I'm looking for? Snooty. Yes. Victoria is very snooty, and she already has early Empire research. She has solid borders. All right, so unfortunately there is a civ not too far south of us. Thankfully, we have room in all directions. Egypt is closest to us. Oh, Egypt also has early Empire. All right. They're all sending delegations. Friendly first moves from a lot of these AIs. Not always what happens. Progress towards state workforce has advanced considerably because we have our first district. Meanwhile, we're going to build a farm here. Interesting. Why did that not... Oh, I needed to put the farm on, like, a rice tile, like this. That's what it was. All right, well, let's go ahead and buy that and work towards that. And then I do need to go ahead and get this granary online so that we're not behind on that. Well, we do have a civilization south of us. It's interesting, though. Let's take a look at relationships so far. Unfriendly because why? Unknown reason. Unfriendly because why? Unknown reason. Okay, so at least we have good trade relations. God! I have counted Caesars and pharaohs among my companions. What makes you think you're worthy? All right, Cleopatra. She is quite a character. Let's get this scout moved here. We're just trying to uncover as much of the terra incognita here as possible. Let's get on a hilltop and see if we can get a little bit more of a view. That's all we're going to get. Well, curses. At least we're going to have this second city set up, I think, in the next turn. Cleopatra, I don't understand what your issue is. I guess I haven't played against Cleopatra quite enough. I've played against her a lot, but I've never actually gone into it.
Without a knowledge of astrology has no right to call himself a physician.
Oh, that's hilarious. So I have not played with Cleopatra enough to really get a sense for at what point your army is strong enough to make her go, oh, okay, haha, I like you. Every game I play against her in, unless I am just building units from the very beginning and not doing anything to improve my civilization in the beginning, she's going to do what she just did. She's going to criticize me for having a crappy army. And frankly, it's annoying. It's more than a little bit annoying. All right, let's go ahead and work towards sailing, because we're going to get the boost on irrigation, which will help out a lot. And we're about to have a city on the coast. All right, so Ravenna has been founded. And we got our free monument, as you can see there. So let's go ahead and work towards the granary in Ravenna. First things first. This scout, you need to move on top of those hills so I can see a little bit farther. Please and thank you. Same thing there. Okay, not really uncovering any more goody huts, which is not what we wanted. Looks like Congo is going to try and forward settle Russia. Have fun with that, guys. We'll just send the scout up here. Maybe go that way, around St. Petersburg, and see what's going on up there. Now, what's going on down here by London, dare I ask? Okay, this is the edge of the continent, it would appear. Let's have a look at strategic view so we can have a little bit better view. Well, actually, until we can see the coastline a little bit better, there's not a very good view to have at all. Still no goody huts. That's... Oh, I forgot about that guy. That's unfortunate. But we'll make do. So I'm going to get this unit here and fortify them. Fairly soon, we should be able to start thinking about having legions. We need more technology before we can get a true army of legions set up. Egypt has been targeted for a declaration of war by Spain. Okay, so these two forces are...
Ваш народ достоин восхищения. Искусство, наука. Чего еще желать?
Well, thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. So at least we've impressed one civ around us so far. We've pissed off Cleopatra and we've impressed Peter, but he's still unfriendly toward us. That is one thing that I wish that, like in the early game when civs they just have these initial bad impressions. One thing I've noticed is that even when you do trigger their, hey, good for you, it's not enough to make their unfriendliness go away. At least make it neutral. At least make that reset your relationship back to 0 to where you can then start working on maybe making them like you more. The fact that he's still unfriendly to me after saying, oh, your society is one to emulate, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's strange. All right, so we've completed
Look back
sailing.
Over the past with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too.
Oh, Marcus Aurelius. All right, so we have early empire. That's a big boon. All right, so we have sailing. Let's go ahead and go for irrigation because we need it. I bought that tile, but I don't have a builder to build a farm with. So that actually probably was a waste of gold. Silly me. Because we don't have anything to improve that tile with, because we used that on the farm. We'll get these things improved eventually, but that was inefficient. So I shouldn't have spent that 60 gold on that tile. I was just very, very frustrated that didn't work out. So, I'll tell you what, let's look into mysticism, military tradition, state workforce. Mysticism would give us access to build the Oracle Wonder. Notice the production requirements on drama and poetry are pretty high. That's another effect of the 8 Ages of Pace mod. You're going to see that as we go through. Things take a little bit more effort to research early in order to help spread things out a little bit farther, which I like a lot. A boost towards wonders would be good. Let's go ahead and go for the state workforce for that reason. Okay, actually, we're going to send this scout this direction. The barbarians did not attack me, which is quite nice. That's pleasant of them. Appreciate it, chaps. So we've got 1 turn away from the granary in Rome. We're 20 turns away from the granary in Ravenna, but 2 turns away from growing, so that should speed things up. Egypt, it looks like, is about to expand. They're going to expand between Spain. So just hopefully these guys will duke it out and focus on each other so that I can work on getting stronger down here while they're not paying attention to me. That's the plan. Okay, so we do have access to those crabs now. Let's go ahead and build this library in Rome. It's going to take 4 turns. Hop on top of this hilltop so we can see some things. 1 turn away from city growth in Rome, and our trade caravan is on its way back. Alright, tell you what, let's come south a little bit. I have a feeling this is going to be, yeah, we might be approaching the edge of this continent here. That's fine. And next turn, please.
Gott grüße euch, Geselle. Ich bin Kaiser Friedrich und herrsche über deutsche und welsche Lande, über Burgund und manche mehr. Ich weiß wohl, dass auch ihr könnt geherrschen mit rechter Gewalt.
All right then, so we're surrounded by civs. It is an honor to meet you. Exchange information on our capitals. Okay, actually we're not that surrounded. Aachen is way over there. We just happen to have met, I guess we met, how did we meet them? They must have a boat unit nearby or something. That has to be it. Yeah, that scout. That's what it is. All right, so that means this continent actually continues in this direction. But the presence of that scout means that we... Really? You got a unit right there so I can't move? Russia's got me completely blocked right now. Can't go anywhere with this scout. Well, actually, no, I'm not completely blocked. I can go this direction. Because their borders are open to me right now, and I'm going to take advantage of that. It is 2380 BC. We've met a number of other civilizations. This is... I mean, granted, we're playing with more civilizations than we did in Russian Sunrise. But this is quite a start. We have sent a diplomatic envoy to you. Treat them as you would treat me, the Duke of Swabia, King of Burgundy, King of Germany, King of the Romans, King of Italy, and Holy Roman Emperor. Jesus. Can I just pick one title to call you? How about that? Okay, so it looks like we just got attacked by barbarians with this scout, which is more than a little annoying. Peter's got me blocked out now. Oh, I could have moved that way. I didn't see that until I moved. Until that tile was uncovered. That's unfortunate. This is England's ancient theme that you're hearing right now. It's one of the best in the game. Scarborough Fair, of course. Alright, so there's a Barbarian Scout there. We need to make sure we take care of them. You can just stay fortified. We're not doing anything with our military units at the moment. Rome is suddenly in need of an amenity. I was afraid of that. Alright, so Scout once again getting attacked by barbarians.
Grit enough to bring about the afforestation or the irrigation of a country is not less worthy of honor than its conqueror.
Alright, so now we have access...
A strong economy begins with a strong, well-educated workforce.
Thank you, Sean Bean. Now I have access to, Oh man, this sucks. Alright, thankfully we can get by. So I'm just going to send them as far away as I can and hope this scout lives. Because he got surrounded for a second there. Alright, so we finished irrigation. I hate that I haven't actually killed... Because we're surrounded by civilizations, the benefit of this is that we don't have any barbarians encroaching on our borders. So they're dealing with barbarians. That's a huge win for us, but it means we didn't get the archery boost. And we do need archers, so we need to go ahead and research this. Now, I think the next civic that we should research, it would take 2 turns to research either military tradition, which would help us for producing cavalry units, or mysticism, which would help us build the oracle wonder, and then additionally have a inspiration policy for great people. Either great scientists or great prophets. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go for the political philosophy because it's only 6 turns away, and that gives us access to government types. I also want to go ahead and change our policies. So we have this now. Extra production towards wonders would be good. Extra production in all cities would be even better. So let's just go ahead and do that. We're going to switch to urban planning. We're going to keep double experience for recon units. Our policy agenda is set. And we need to get you a builder because we need to improve more of these resources. There's this luxury resource which will help with the amenities issue. But we're also going to start thinking about buildings soon, like an entertainment district, because Rome is going to need a Colosseum at some point. It's still 2260 BC. They're not going to build a Colosseum yet, but they're working towards it. And we need to make sure that they have that so that they are entertained there in in Rome. What's going on down here? Okay, there might be more to explore in this direction once we get through that crack in the mountains. And we will focus on that in the next episode of 8 Ages of Rome. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If you're not subscribed already, I upload new episodes in 8 Ages of Rome every day at noon Eastern Standard Time, which is GMT-5 for those of you not in the States. And comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next video.